All right, guys, what's going on? Welcome. Today, we're just going to be giving you guys a quick video on how to do a really fast, aggressive start on Trumbull Valley. It will get you guys, especially if you're newer to Lethal Zone, it's going to give you guys a really, really big head start. It's going to give you guys some good guns, great resources, and get you in a good position. I have done guides in the past on the channel, like my overall Lethal Zone guide, but this is going to be more tailored to a specific play style. It's going to be a very, very aggressive. Some of you guys might not feel comfortable with it, but I promise at the end of this guide, you guys will be able to pull this off easily, no problem. So let's not waste any time and let's get into it. All right, so obviously we're going to be doing this on lethal difficulty. Now, Trumbull Valley map is the one I'm going to be showcasing this on, mainly because it's, in my opinion, it's one of the best maps in the game. It's very, very diverse. It's really fun, has story built into it. So this is the map that I will be showcasing it on. You can do this same strategy on other maps, but the buildings and locations are a bit more sporadic and not guaranteed, and there's not as many of them. So again, we're going to be showcasing on Trumbull Valley. I feel like a lot of people like to play on this map. So we're going to be rolling Trumbull. And as for your survivors that you're playing with, this guide is going to be tailored more towards a fresh start. So if you're somebody who likes to roll characters over into your playthrough, you can still do the same exact strategy. But it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense because you could just bring a lot of gear with you on your survivors already. So this is tailored to those you guys who kind of want to start off, go for that challenge of a fresh lethal game where you have 3 brand new survivors and you're trying to beat the game. So again, no boons necessary. And as for survivors, whatever you want, just to show you guys that it really doesn't matter who. I'm just gonna roll with the first 3 that they gave me. And yeah, now we're gonna actually jump into the gameplay and we're gonna go through and I'm gonna break down every single thing you need to do, where you need to go, how to set everything up. And yeah, I hope this helps you guys out. Remember, if you guys do enjoy this video and more videos like this, smash that like button, drop comments down below, let me know if this helped you out at all. And all right, let's get into it, guys. All right, so the first thing you want to do, guys, is you want to get up, empty out the car, get it on your survivors, and get up, get the base claimed. Now, as you guys can see here, we did end up with an early game feral spawn, which these are pretty rough, but as long as you watch out for yourself and damage-wise, you should be fine. You just kind of want to mob it in melee, as you guys will see I do here, and it works out quite well. Yeah, I just make sure I'm doing my dodging. And one of the survivors do get beat up a little bit, but we just keep mobbing it, keep swinging at it. You just do your dodges, and eventually it's dead. It's all good. But yeah, your goal is to get in here. You want to get the base claimed, clear the place out. It's pretty easy spawns, only a couple zombies right off the bat. And then once you get the base claimed, now we kind of want to go and push up the road. I generally like to swap to the survivor who has the biggest backpack because they can carry the most stuff. So I'll usually go through, I'll see who, sometimes you can get them to spawn with an 8 slot, sometimes you get them to spawn with a 7 slot. I just took whoever has the biggest one, and she happened to have the 7 slot. So I got her stuff ready, and then we made our way up the road here. And up the road, there's a military site right here to the left. This is the best place to get like an early game like gun, but your goal is to get the car up and running. That's the first thing that you're going to need for this. So we go through, we hit these different boxes here. I actually get really, really lucky and land a pretty solid gun, but it doesn't really matter. You don't really need it for this. But as you can see there, I got an AK, we got some ammo. This is all pretty good. We're going to run this back to base really quick. Once we get it back to base, then we're going to go and I'll show you guys right up the road here. There is, so this is the military site here. But yeah, you come up the road here and you have the mechanic shop. This is the #1 spot you want to hit first. And the loot, well, you'll always be able to get a repair kit and some gas out of this location. So as you guys see, I sneak in, no reason to fight. We're just going to try to get the gas and the repair kit. We search around a couple of these containers. I think I get the, yep, right here we get the gas, and right here we get the repair kit. And that's all we need. Your goal is to just try to get your car up and running. Here the zombies came, no reason to fight them. I just pushed them and took off. Not going to waste any time, not going to waste any resources. Just keep it moving. But yeah, now that we got the gas can and the repair kit, we can now get the car up and running 100%. And that's the main tool that you're going to need to pull off this strategy. But yeah, we're just dumping these resources as we get them. I keep the AK on me, obviously, just for protection, just in case something goes wrong. But with this guide, you should be more than perfectly fine without using it. So here, yeah, just fight the zombie off because I wouldn't be able to repair with it. I mean, another one came up and I was like, seriously? So we took care of that one too. But all right, so yeah, we'll get this repaired. And then now I'm going to show you guys, we're going to head up the road because you're going to need a decent bit of gas for this strategy. So up here, right in this area, there is gas and we're going to head up there. There's this always spawns. You can get about 3 to 5 gas cans, I would say. It's pretty normal to get out of this spot. So I like to come up here every playthrough right in the beginning, get a good start on gas. Yeah, we're gonna sit here, loot out these locations. And yeah, you'll have yourself a good bit of starter gas. I was fast searching because it's so early game. But I had a little search crash there, so. But I think we ended up with 4 gas cans, which is all we need. So all that gas is exactly what we need to pull this off. Now, what I should have done is I should have grabbed the materials that were right there for the mission, because what you need to do is you actually have to get the starter mission, and there's actually gas here too. So if you guys want an extra gas can, you just run up, there's right next to here. You can also usually get a can out of here, which helps out. But I should have grabbed the materials while I was over there, because you need to get the missions flowing. You gotta get the missions for the first enclave, because that 500 influence that you get is a reward from that first enclave is quite important to the strategy. And I should have got it, but I didn't realize that the material location was right where we just were. I do realize it here very shortly, and we do end up heading back up there. But yeah, right now I'm like, oh wait, I should have got the materials. So I fling back over and I grab those. But sometimes they'll actually spawn right across the street down the hill from where you are, from your base. You can usually get them over there. But I come in here, end up getting a water cooler, which is pretty cool too. But all those parts are very important later on. You guys will see you're going to need at least 180 parts. But I actually make a mistake, and I built the infirmary, and I was supposed to build the workshop. I noticed it later on that I built the wrong one. So but right off the bat, the first thing you want to do is build the infirmary. The workshop. I accidentally built the infirmary. That will cost me about 6 to 10 minutes later on. But so once you do that, once your car's all good, you got your gas, you're all set, you're going to head over to this enclave and you're going to get their mission going. They're going to have you obviously get them plague samples, but how we're going to get them is we're not going to farm them. I'm actually going to show you guys. We're going to cut across the field and we're going to do our first plague cart. Yeah, so right off the bat, guys, the strategy is getting you plague cart kills right in the beginning of the game, allowing you to kind of build up your samples, build up your guns, weapons, equipment like that. But right now what I'm doing is I'm going around and I'm searching for what we call free plague carts. And on this map, there can be anywhere from 3 to probably 7 of them. So all these little buildings that you see me driving by right now, these are all the free plague cart potential locations. And this is why I said you needed the gas, because you do got to drive around the map a bit. Excuse me. You got to drive around the map a bit to make sure that you find them all. I was dropping a gas can in the car here. And of course, zombie had to come up and interrupt me. But yeah, we get this fueled up. And this building up here, so generally you'll either get the plague cart to spawn in the medical tent or you'll get it to spawn in the container across the way. The one that spawns in the container across the way is a guaranteed free heart. This one I've actually never tried, and you guys will see later on. We're going to attempt to do that one free. But yeah, so right now, it being in the medical tent it's okay, but it's not the guaranteed free if it was in the container down there. So hopefully in your game, you'll get them to spawn in the container. All right, so we just drove. I just spotted all the ones that I can see. As you guys can see here, this central area here is pretty much where all the play carts are that you're going to be trying to take out. Sometimes there's another one that's over on the other side there, but these are our main targets. So I'm going to show you guys here. It doesn't take much. I haven't geared up. I haven't done anything. All you got to do is you got to pull in here. You got to make sure that the car is positioned in a certain way, like just like this. And you see, I got a little too close to the wall, so I couldn't get through myself. So I readjust here and you get out. And as you can see, now you have this whole entire room. You got to clear it out, but now you have this whole entire room to yourself. The zombies cannot get in. It is barricaded completely. And now you have free reign. You can walk up, you can hit the play cart, do your thing, and you don't have to worry about anything. You can sit here, you just hit it. Now I had a really crappy weapon. If you can get your hands on a heavy weapon pretty early on, which you actually see I do get one from one of the play carts. And once you do that, yeah, you can kill the hearts wicked quick. But this is just going to show I'm using literally the pipe that you spawn with. And you could kick it too. There's a kick button. You could sit here and just kick the play cart to death if you want to. But yeah, I wouldn't waste any ammo, any resources on this really. There's no point in it. It's an absolute waste of resources. So just smack it with whatever weak weapon you got. And this is going to be really good. But as you guys see here, it's just takes a little time because they got a decent bit of health, but boom, it's dead. You can see there's no zombies on us. Now we got some free loot. Wasn't the greatest of loot, but that crossbow is good parts. So it's good that we got that. But yeah, now you guys can see, now you just got to watch out when you're backing out of here because the zombies will kind of mob the car. And your goal for this is to definitely make sure you don't damage the hell out of your car, because then it'll kind of make things take a little longer, because then you got to go out, you got to get repair kits, which I actually end up having to do later on. And I'll show you actually, if you do run into that issue, I'll show you exactly where to go. But we got the plague samples, as you can see, for these guys, really, really quick, really easy. They give us their 500 influence and our free rucksack of fuel. And it's that easy. Usually for this start, you always have to go out, you always have to go and kill plague zombies until you get enough samples. This is a really quick and easy way to get those initial samples that you need. But now we're up to 1,000 influence already, guys, which is everything we need to get this this game going. We got the crossbow, as you guys can see. We got a bunch of goodies here, but yeah, we're gonna get in. All right, now we're gonna go and we're going to claim the outpost that we need. So the outpost you're gonna need to pull this off is the cell tower here. These cell towers, the reason why we want to get it is because we kind of want to have free reign with the play carts, because we're going to be killing a few of them and some of them do overlap. And when they overlap and you kill it, what it does is it wakes up another play cart within that heart's vicinity. And we don't want that. We want to kill all the free hearts while not waking up the other ones. So now we got this claimed. We'll be able to activate Plague Disruptor here. 180 parts is what we need to pull that off. So what you got to do is you got to make sure, this is why you want to build the workshop first, because if you build a workshop, you can start breaking down weapons, you can start breaking things down and building up towards that 180 parts. And yeah, at that point, you'll be in good shape, because once you get that active, you can go ahead, you can kill the rest of the play carts without any issues whatsoever. But right now we're going to head over and we're going to actually kill our second play cart. And I'll show you guys. You're just going to pull up. You're going to do the same thing. All of these buildings that we're hitting right now can all be barricaded with the car. And that's what makes it so easy and such an easy start. And it does. It just really puts you ahead of the game. But yeah, you pull right here. Same thing. Barricade off the door. And then you just go to town, you start whacking it. And this time I got a shovel. And this area is a little tighter, but as long as you're moving away, because you got to be careful when you're doing this, because you still will get sprayed by the heart. the little gas it does. So you want to make sure that you leave yourself a little bit of stamina when you go to dodge away, because if not, yeah, you won't be able to get away in time and you'll get sprayed. As you can see, I got crouch, and crouching replenishes your stamina nice and quick. And it clears out, and then we're going to go in and do the last phase. You can see the zombies building up out there. But yep, finish this off. And that's already 2 plague hearts down. Now, the reason why we don't have to activate the plague disruptor on these, none of these overlap with the other plague hearts. So we were good in that aspect. But here I can show you sometimes if the zombies aren't too close, you can actually creep to the end and store stuff in your trunk. But that zombie tried to hit me, so I was like, I'm not gonna mess with it right now. We'll just leave. Because I was gonna try to get all of the gear out of the plague heart. But yeah, it's that simple. So we got that one knocked out. That's 2 hearts already down. Now none of these hearts really matter in the grand scheme of like the map. Like, you know, claiming the first base and stuff like that. I usually go for the trailer park base. But none of those hearts really matter when it comes to that. But yeah, we're already off to a good start. Okay, so here is where I made a mistake, and I realized that I built the infirmary and not the workshop. What I'm doing right now is I'm taking all of the gear and equipment off these survivors. It's all garbage gear anyways, but we need to come up with those 180 parts. And as you guys can see right now, I only have 56. So I'm trying to empty out, break down as much as I can, and this is where you're gonna see I'm gonna replace that with the workshop. Now we just gotta wait for that to build, and then I'm gonna go ahead and break down all these parts. I also swing by an Enclave here, see if they have any. They did have some, so I grabbed them from them. They also had medicine, so we'll grab that too. All right, so now the workshop is done. We're gonna go through. I'm gonna start breaking down that crossbow. We don't need that. It's a crappy one. We're gonna break down all these really crappy melee weapons that we don't need. I should have kept that maul, but I had found a sledgehammer anyways. So, but as you guys can see, I got everything I need. I'm kind of going through, combing the box, seeing if there's anything else. But as you guys, I got 306 parts just by breaking down that small little bit of things. So now what we're going to do is we're going to switch over to another survivor. Now, the thing about activating the cell tower is when you activate it, you get an hour and a half. But the thing is you actually don't need to activate it right away. Like, try to save as much time as you can. As you guys see, I'm not activating it right now. You can, but like, you're just burning time. So I would wait until you're pretty much at the plague heart, and then you'll be good to go. But there's a couple plague hearts, as you can see, the one up here to the north and the 2 down the south. All of these hearts, if you kill these without this plague disruptor, you will wake up another plague heart. So you want to make sure you don't do that. You want to make sure you have this active. And I'll show you guys here when we get into the plague heart only wakes up on death of the heart. So like if you just hit a heart, it's not going to wake up another heart around the area. It's when the plague heart dies, that's when the other plague heart will be active. So you guys can see, I'm going to squeeze in here. I don't have it active right now. Realistic, if you really wanted to pinch time, you could go and hit this heart until it was 1 hit. As you guys could see, I hit it a couple times here. Nothing happened. Plague heart's still asleep. But yeah, then I go ahead and you can activate it now, or you can wait till the plague heart's almost dead. But it's an hour and a half. We won't need an hour and a half to do all of what we need to do. But as you guys can see, we just smack it now. Heavy weapon makes this process quite a bit faster. But yeah, this is going to be our 3rd heart, guys. 3rd heart. Now we don't have to worry about anything because, yeah, like I said, the plague hearts are all taken care of. And or they're all being disrupted by our cell tower. You can go and loot any part of the city now without fear of waking up any other additional plague hearts that you didn't plan on. But boom, that one was done already. Now we're going to drive this back. So as you can see, the other heart's still asleep. So mission accomplished. And then my car is a little banged up here. I told you guys, you kind of want to make sure that you cherish the car, take care of it. Because if you're like me, boom, I hit that screamer right there, and now my car's black. So now I have to get a repair kit, especially with the next heart that we're going to be doing is a little sketchy. You got to make sure that you go there with a pretty good condition car. But I'm going to show you guys where you can go right now to get a repair kit. I was just double checking to see if I had one, and I didn't. Because sometimes you get lucky and you'll get them from the play card, but I'll show you guys right now. There's a bunch of utility sites on the map that you can hit that are nice and quick play cards or repair kits. There's a bunch of them up here in Fairfield, so we're going to head up and get a repair kit really quick. All right, so this is the location right here. We got a zombie on us, but we can kill the zombie without any worries because, again, Plague Disruptor's active, so we don't have to worry about the hearts being awake. But this building right here up in Fairfield, this location has the repair kits we're looking for. That guy was stuck, couldn't kill him, so it is what it is. And then this will get the car in good shape, so I'll take that for parts. More parts. And there it is, the repair kit. Now you can get them here, like I said, and across the way here, there's also some utility sites that you could hit. But yeah, now the car is repaired and we're going to be good to go. Now we can go take on this last guaranteed free heart. Like I said, the medical facility one is not a guaranteed thing. I've never tried it before. And this one is a little tricky though with the door. As you guys can see, I'm going to have a little bit of trouble getting this one lined up properly. But the first thing you want to do is open the door because obviously you got to be able to get in. But this one is nice because it blocks the front of the car, but you got to line it up just right or you won't get out of the car. You can't squeeze down on the side there. As you guys can see, I'm having quite a hard time getting in there. And then the zombies are starting to pool up. But the good thing is they can't destroy the actual car itself. But you guys see, I keep trying to get in and get out. I can't get up through there. And this one, again, can be a little tricky. You got to line it up just right. And your survivor will get out of the car and just walk right into the building. The zombies are sitting here peeling the doors off. So I'm kind of trying to get it lined up good. And I think eventually, like right here, I had it lined up perfect. I try to get it away from the building a little bit more too. If you get the car away from the building and then boom, I was in. So I would maybe not pull directly up to the side of the building because I think that was my issue. I like damn near had the car rubbing the building. Put a little bit of space between you and the building. You should be fine. But as you guys can see, once you get that blocked off, the zombies can't jump on the hood. They can't get in here and you have free reign to this plague heart. And because the disruptor is active, you don't have to worry about this one waking up the heart that's right up the way from it. It's literally like right over the hill. There's another one in a warehouse. And there it is. Another plague heart down. Now we got some good gear from that. This is a good way to get all 8 slot backpacks for your survivors right in the beginning of the game. A good way to get some good starter weapons, starter plague samples. You'll be able to get a cure going, no problem. And yeah, there it is. So we ended up getting all those done. Now, for on my start map right now, this was the only guaranteed easy. These were the only guaranteed easy play cards. Now, depending on the level of cheese, guys, you can cheese so many play cards in this game. And I'm talking cheese as in like stand on top of your car and just shoot into a house through a window and just kill the heart like that. Lethal Zone did nerf that play style a little bit because the plague hearts have a lot more health or are more resistant to gunfire, where in the lower difficulties, you could sit there and it was actually relatively viable. So I would say it's still kind of viable and not super cheesy because you are going to have to invest a lot of resources into it if that's the approach you want to take. But the way that we're going about it, it's free. Like you don't need anything to do these hearts that I'm doing except a melee weapon and some gas in your car. But yeah, I'm loading up right now because if I was smart, I would have done this plague heart a different way. I would have just stood up on the container. You guys will see when we get over here. This last plague heart is one that you can just do from up top of the container. You can throw explosives down at it. You can shoot it and you're safe up there. Nothing can harm you. And I thought this was pretty interesting. I was destined though to try to see. I was determined, chat, guys, see if we could get the car in a position to block off this plague heart. Like I was really, really determined. And I think you can. I just didn't do a very good job as you guys will see here in just a few seconds. I found this to be quite entertaining. So I left it in the video for you guys. I was going to end it after that last one because that was technically the last. I'll just let you guys soak this up. I'll kind of explain my thought process. So I pull up, and my goal is to try to wedge the car in here in kind of like a triangle shape. As you guys can see, a ferrule kind of jumped on the back, and I was like, okay, this may work. All I had to do was get the car a little bit further to the left there between where the zombies are. And I think we'd have been good, but they ripped me out the car because my door was not there. But up here is where you could have just shot the player. Easy. But I was determined. I was like, you know what? So he couldn't fit here. And then I noticed there was a juggernaut, and I'm like, oh shit. He noticed me and pinned me in the wall. And there it is, chat. I was stuck in the wall. I couldn't get out. I tried using the stuck command. It didn't work. The juggernaut came around the building and started smashing me to all hell. And then he slurped my noodle. And we just got our noodle slurped by the juggernaut. And there it is. All right, guys. But I hope you guys learned something from that. Like I said, at the end there, that was a building I actually never tried before. There is multiple different ways to kill multiple different plague hearts, depending on the level of cheese that you want to use. Some people would definitely consider a lot of what we're doing here cheese. But you can, there's tons of plague hearts. You can just stand on top of your car and shoot into a building, or at that last one, like I showed you, you could stand on top of that container, kind of shoot down, throw grenades, any explosives at it without having to deal with the zombies down on the ground. That's a really, really easy way to do that one. So once you got to the point where we had a bunch of guns, you could have just dumped bullets into it. You wouldn't have aggroed anything, but I was trying to see if I could position to a car. Didn't expect the juggernaut to be there. So, and then we got clipped into the wall, and there she wrote. I even tried to unstuck, but yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, there it goes, guys. I hope you guys enjoy this. Hope you guys learned a little bit of something from this. These are kind of like speed run tactics that you can apply. I generally don't play the game like that. Well, we'll kill some free hearts sometimes for sure, because there's so many on lethal zone. You're talking 30 or so plague hearts on the Trumbull Valley map. So, you know, you might be able to get easy kills on maybe 4 or 5 of them. You're still going to have 25 plus plague hearts that you're going to have to fight legitimately. But this is a way for you to get a nice head start on the map, resource wise. It's a nice way for you to get a head start, you know, on killing plague hearts. You get plague samples really, really early on, like I showed you guys. Be able to get influence and getting that signal booster again allows you to really play aggressive. Like, once that's active, you got an hour and a half. You don't have to, once you say you didn't have the extra plague hearts and you wanted to take that time with that signal booster, you can now go into parts of town that you wouldn't have really went into because you were worried about waking up hearts. And now you can loot. You can start and you can refresh that plague disruptor early game. You know, it's generally not, a lot of people usually go for like food. They go for stuff like that because they're scared or worried about going into certain parts of town. But once you have that plague disruptor active, you kind of got free reign. You're back to the old system for the most part, where you can kind of just do whatever you need to do. You don't have to worry about the plague hearts waking up. You don't have to worry about any of that. So let me know what you guys thought, though. If you guys enjoyed this, smash that like button, drop comments, subscribe to the channel if you guys are new. And again, let me know if you guys want to see more content like this. I've done guides in the past, but mine were kind of really long form, full playthrough guides. I don't really take a whole, like the little bits of information, stuff like this, kind of show you guys. But I hope it helps. I hope it helps. All right, guys, I love you though, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.